Hello dear students, so we are going to record this video for the AP courses, and in AP you are going to write a paragraph or two, an essay or two or three paragraphs about the sources and what else. And then you will have multiple choice uh, based on the reading passage. What else? So let's check some examples from the past. Oh, okay, self-reliance, etc. What else? What else? Mm, Practice. Is that set to? Let's see that. It's about the truck problem, etc. So source A. So we have six sources that's telling about the food cart or truck cart. Yeah, mobile food services establishments, you see. So this graph, for example, shows the yearly increase and especially the smallest increase in New York. Why? Because you have space problems in New York. So that is source B. When you look at the source B, you can see mobile food trucks may not operate within 20 feet of any intersection. Intersection? The road intersection, okay? Or within 20 feet of any stop sign, etc., etc. Within 3 feet of any public private driveway. Yeah, in any manner that impedes exit, entrance, operating building. So let's look at the New York City. New York City. It's crowded city. You see. So there is no way that food courts, or it's very difficult for them to operate. Look at the city in or the streets. So they should be 20 feet away from the driveway, 3 feet away from the door opening, something like that. So you would see where it's crowded, dense areas, you would see less increase, and where it's less dense, you can see more increase in that. Let's check that. Where is it more? Yeah, you see California, Texas, Florida, they had a lot of increases. So you can say they have larger areas for food trucks. By the way, let me open the food cart or food truck so you can have idea about them as well. Or I think you have seen them in Istanbul, maybe. Yeah. So food trucks are something similar to this on the image. Why they don't open so slow? Okay. You can see some of them in Istanbul. So they cannot impede any other passengers, driveway, and other businesses, etc. So some states are against them, kind of not exactly against, or uh, because other restaurants, okay. So food cart, something like this, would be paying less tax compared to the restaurants, okay. And the advantage of food cart is they can move easily, they are mobile from here. If business is here slow, they can move another place, but restaurants, they can't do that easily, okay. They are paying a lot of taxes, etc., and rent, etc., and these food trucks pay less rent maybe. So sometimes cities might be supporting the restaurants instead of them, and some states they might be supporting food truck, okay, or may not be mm, impeding, let's say, the growth of this business, okay. They're kind of approaching from the business or entrepreneurial viewpoint, maybe, okay. So you need to read these texts and realize that, okay. You have a cartoon here. Read this text. Some of them support it. Some states are pushing strict rules, forcing the strict rules, regulations on the food trucks. So you kind of write down an argumentative essay or synthesis essay. The AP English says that, and you need to cite the sources. So, for example, on source B, blah blah, the regulations of source B impede the growth of the trucks in New York City, maybe. Okay, and on source delta or source A, blah blah state supports the growth of the food trucks, maybe. Okay, you read it, you find it, and then what else? Uh, Good news for you, dear students. Uh, in fact, you just need to write an essay from these sources, but also I added multiple choice. Okay, that will help you to get some points from these sources. What else? You have multiple choice based on the reading paragraph. Okay, in I don't know. You need to read paragraph something like this, and then you need to answer a few questions based on that. Okay. For instance, Mr. Severe, the overseer, used to stand by the door of the quarter, blah blah. So the overseer, okay? And if the questions ask, Mr. Severe is the slave owner, you might think from his actions, because he is the one who is whipping the slaves or beating the slaves, you might think, okay, he might be the slave owner. But in reality, if you pay attention here in the text, you would see that he's not the slave owner. Instead, he's the overseer, okay? Be careful with that. The evidence, if you pay attention to the text, you would find in the text. So you would be provided something similar to this text, and you would answer MCQ, multiple choice questions based on that. And good luck with your final exams. That's all. Mm, yeah, use your time wisely, because you would be writing 2, 3 paragraphs or an essay from the sources. So first will be the source in essay writing or paragraph writing. So if you are, let me give you another strategy. If you are bad at writing, skip the writing part and do the multiple choice first, okay? Because if you are good at multiple choice, you wouldn't be wasting your time. But if you are bad at writing, etc., or if you spend too much time on writing, then most of your time would be gone, and you would be under stress when you finish your writing and when you start doing MCQ. Okay, so under normal conditions, if you do better on multiple choice, because the time is tight, you would do bad, because you didn't spend your time, you haven't used your time wisely. Okay, so be careful with that. If your writing is bad, skip the writing part and do the multiple choice first, and then when you finish multiple choice, return back to writing. Okay, good luck, see you guys, bye bye.